Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the distribution of railway in the world. Similarly, we will discuss this distribution according to the continents. So let's start with the first continent, Europe. Europe has the most dense railway network in the world, which length is 4,40,000 kilometer. Europe has double or multiple tracked, means they have more than one tracked. Belgium has the highest density of 1 kilometer of railway for every 6.5 square kilometer area. It means बेल्जियम में हर 6.5 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर एरिया में हमें 1 किलोमीटर रेलवे जो है वो मिलता है. It means it has the highest density in the Europe. The industrial regions exhibit some of the highest density in the world. जो यहाँ का इंडस्ट्रियल रीजन है वो वहाँ पर हाईएस्ट डेंसिटी मिलती है हमें रेलवे की वर्ल्ड में. मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट रेल्स जो हेड्स हैं यानी रेलवे हेडक्वार्टर्स हैं दैट्स आर लंदन, पेरिस, ब्रुसेल, मिलान, बर्लिन एंड वर्साओ. दीज आर द इम्पॉर्टेंट रेलवे headquarters in Europe. In Europe, passenger transport is more important than the freight in many of these countries, because you already read this in your 10th notebook, that 10th NCRT you already read in London there was industrialization firstly occur in the world, and due to the industrialization the passengers or the employers need the transportation means. That's why the firstly developed railway is found in London, and which is used to carry passengers from their home to their working area. So underground railway is also introduced in London, so it is also very important in London and Paris as well. Channel tunnel, these are operated by Eurotunnel group through England, connects London with Paris. मीन्स कि यहाँ पर टनल के थ्रू टनल के अंदर जो है अंडरग्राउंड रेलवे रन करती हैं, और इसके जो मैनेजिंग है वो कौन करता है, यूरोटनल ग्रुप इंग्लैंड में. सो दिस इज अबाउट यूरोप. नाउ सेकंड कॉन्टिनेंट इज रशिया. आपको इस चीज़ पर भी इसमें मैप क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा, इसलिए हम इसमें मैप जो है वो कंसिडर नहीं कर रहे हैं. यू विल फाउंड द मैप क्वेश्चंस upon the transcontinental railways. Then we will consider the transcontinental railway along with the maps. Now second is Russia. In Russia, 90% of the country's total transport is carried by the railways, and it is found in the west of the Ural. Suppose this is all about the Russia, and the part of the Russia near the Europe. So near the European part of Russia has the dense railway network, which is 90% of this country. Second, Moscow is the most important railhead with major lines radiating to different part of the country's vast geographical area. Moscow is also situated in the western part of the Russia, and it is very important because all the major lines radiating to the different parts, it is we can say Moscow is the node of the railway network in Russia. So we will discuss it in transcontinental railway. Third, underground railways and commuter trains are also important in Moscow. These are also found in Moscow. So this is about the characteristics of railways in Russia. Now come to the North America. North America has one of the most extensive railway network, and it is used for long distances. It accounts 40% of the world's total railway network. वर्ल्ड का जितना भी रेलवे नेटवर्क है उसका 40% नॉर्थ अमेरिका में मिलता है. बट देयर इज़ एन इंटरेस्टिंग thing about America, railway is not used for the passenger transport, it is used for the freight transport for the long distances. In North America, because it is a developed country, highly industrialized and highly urbanized country, so most of the passengers prefer to carry to travel through the air transport or by their own vehicles. So railway is not used for the passenger transport, they are used for the heavy and bulky freight for the long distances like ores, grains, timber, machinery. These are the most important things which are transported by the railway in USA. Most main centers of the railway network in USA are eastern central USA and adjoining Canada. जो नॉर्थ अमेरिका है उसके अपर लैटिट्यूड्स को छोड़कर उसके नीचे का जितना पार्ट है, साउदर्न कनाडा, ग्रेट लेक्स का साउदर्न पार्ट है, ईस्टर्न यूएसए है, ईस्टर्न सेंट्रल यूएसए है, दीज आर द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट countries or most important regions which are highly intensive in railway network. In Canada, railways are in the public sector and distributed all over the sparsely populated areas. The transcontinental railways carry the bulk of wheat and coal tonnage. Bulk of wheat because in Canada there are prairies which are mostly important for the wheat cultivation, and the Great Lake region which is highly important for the mining area. So wheat and coal are transported by the transcontinental railway, and the main motive of the transcontinental railway in Canada, which is known as Trans-Canadian Railway, is to transport these two things to entire country as well as to the European countries. So this is about Canada. Next continent is Australia. Australia has about 40,000 kilometer of railway, which is in which 25% is found in South Wales alone. So this is the most important region of Australia. The West East Australian National Railway line runs across the country from Perth to Sydney. Perth to Sydney West East Australian National Railway line. This is also known as Trans-Australian Continental Railway line, which runs from Perth to Sydney. Perth in the west and Sydney in the east. So it connects both the ending points of Australia. New Zealand's railway are mainly in the North Island to serve the farming areas. Next is South America. In South America, rail network is the most dense in two regions, namely the Pampas, which is found in Argentina, and the coffee region of Brazil. These are the most two important region of South America, which are already important for the wheat cultivation as well as coffee cultivation, respectively Argentina and Brazil, and it accounts 40% of South America's total route length. साउथ अमेरिका का जितना भी टोटल रूट लेंथ है उसका 40% हमें इन दो कंट्रीज में मिलता है, अर्जेंटीना और ब्राज़ील में. Chile, among the remaining countries, has a considerable route length linking coastal centers with the mining sites in the interior. In spite of these two, Argentina and Brazil, Chile is the third one, which is very important because it connects the coastal areas to the hinterland. जो कोस्टल एरिया को उसके अंदर के जो कंट्रीज़ हैं, पार्ट्स हैं, रीजन्स हैं, उनसे कनेक्ट करता है. Next is Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia and Venezuela have short single track rail lines from ports to the interior with no interconnecting links. इनमें जो है हमें सिंगल ट्रैक रेल लेन्स मिलता है बिकॉज इनका मेन मोटिव्स क्या है कि पोर्ट से गुड्स या फ्रेट्स को इंटीरियर पार्ट तक कैरी करना. सो दे आर नॉट सो मच डेवलप्ड. There is only one transcontinental rail route linking Buenos Aires, means Argentina, with Valparaiso, Chile, across the Andes Mountains through the Uspallata Pass, located at a height of 3,900 meter. So this is the only transcontinental railway line which is found in South America. This is about South America, where the Argentina and Brazil are the most important region. They have dense railway network and accounts 40% of South America's total route. Third one is Chile, which is linked with the coastal areas with the interior mining sites, and next are some single track line railway lines: Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia. Next is Asia. In Asia, railway network is the most dense in the thickly populated areas of Japan, China, and India. As you know, the development of railway network is depend upon the population also, because demand of, if the demand is increasing, the transportation means also will be developed. So in Asia, Japan, China, and India have the most thickly populated areas. So they have great demand of transportation means to carry passengers and the freight. So these are developed in the rail network and road network also. Other countries have relatively few rail routes. West Asia is the less developed in rail facilities because of vast desert and sparsely populated regions. As you know, western parts in India, Rajasthan desert is found. So it is very less developed in railway network because the population is very sparse. So the construction of railway is will be very expensive. So these are less dense area of railway network. The next continent, which is last continent, Africa. Africa continent is the second largest continent in the world, but it has only 40,000 kilometer of railway, with South America alone accounting for 18,000 kilometer due to the concentration of gold, diamond and copper mining activities. अफ्रीका जो है हमारा एरिया वाइज सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट कॉन्टिनेंट है, बट रेलवे नेटवर्क यहाँ पर हमें कितना मिलता है, 40,000 किलोमीटर. इस 40,000 किलोमीटर में से भी 18,000 किलोमीटर जो है वो हमें साउथ अफ्रीका में मिलता है. एज यू नो, अफ्रीका इज अ सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट कॉन्टिनेंट, बट इट इज़ वेरी लेस डेवलप्ड कॉन्टिनेंट. इट इज़ रिच इन रिसोर्सेज, बट स्टिल इट इज़ very less developed continent. So the most part of this continent is lies in the southern part, yani southern Africa, where the gold, diamond and copper mining are found, and due to these minings in the South Africa, railway lines are developed. The important routes of the continent are Benguela Railway through Angola, Katanga, Zambia, Copper Belt; the Tanzania Railway from the Zambian Copper Belt to Dar es Salaam on the coast. Third is the railway through Botswana and Zimbabwe, linking the landlocked states of the South African network. And the fourth, the blue train from Cape Town to Pretoria in the Republic of South. So these are the most important railway lines found in the South Africa as well as in Africa. So this is the world distribution of railway network in Africa or different continents of the world. We will discuss the transcontinental railway in our next lecture. So prepare this and try to find these reasons in the map also, just for your knowledge. Thank you. Have a nice day.